Welcome to my Lesson 6 screencast about makerspaces and the effect that it can have on student learning. My name is Pablo Coppola. Let's go ahead and get this started here. So the major thing that I like about makerspaces is that it creates a creative environment. And Susie Boss from Utopia really had a good article on how to kickstart maker education. And one of the things that really resonated with me was you have to be able to capture the learning through creative strategies and products. You have to have a sense of purpose. You have to have materials, excuse me, and you have to be able to invite the students to be able to change the problem. And you also have to be able to, and you also want to invite the students to become change agents, to focus on real world problem solving, excuse me. And so when you talk about materials, you want to talk about simple materials that you need to get you started. And one thing that we should know that across the board is that not everybody has the same access to materials. And Mark Schwaber had a good article on Utopia called Upcycling and the Low-Tech Makerspace, which basically points out the picture here on the right about these cup speakers and how you can really, what he called upcycle, basically not throwing away recyclable materials and being able to transform them into technology materials that you need to create. And so it's basically a really cool avenue to be able to support learners in all areas, and I think that's a wonderful thing. Collaboration is key, and like we spoke about earlier, inviting students with a purpose in terms of subjects and activities and be able to engage them, but also to support teachers as designers to collaborate with their peers as well, to brainstorm, and to be able to recruit, to even follow up on ideas as well. And I think that's something that technology really does to really support us, is the amount of networking that we can do and the lines of communication that we have as students and as you guys as professionals, and hopefully for myself one day in a professional environment. One thing that I did talk about with one of my peers during my discussion post was STEAM and how powerful it is in teaching and learning, because it basically, you can go down the traditional route or you can go down the non-traditional route. And as an advisor, what I want to do is I want to go down the non-traditional route, and I'll tell you why. Because as an advisor, we need to be able to help students understand their past and their present to prepare them for the future. Well, what if somebody doesn't really see a traditional 9 to 5 type of work in the future? And I think Makespaces is a great platform to collaborate with creators. And what you see on the right here is a screenshot of an app called Co-Creation. And it basically, you find creative professionals in your area. And what I would do is I would invite these professionals to come in, and where you can have activities to where people can use camera equipment to learn about photography, to learn about video, to learn about how to market yourself, to be able to build an audience, whether in person or online, preferably online, because that's where the workspace is going. So that would be my type of makerspace that I would want to create.
What you see here is a finished product from one of the students that wrote an email to me for my valiant efforts for hosting a makerspaces. And as you can see, they really enjoyed the co-creation presenter, Adam Cooper, and really just had a great time with the creativity and the type of a learning environment and how they're going to be applying this to their future projects, whether in academics or in personal lives.
Business. Which brings me to my next slide, is the future and the 5 reasons behind the entrepreneurship boom. It's a changing mindset. These makerspaces and the tech boom basically creates the modern day worker, as I say. You see a lot of people who all they need is a laptop and a Wi-Fi, and they're at work. And that to create new markets. And I think it just kind of shows where the 21st century is going, and then going into the next one. And so that would be my example of being able to create a make space. And these here are my works cited. And I hope this answers all the inquiries. And I will see you in lesson 6.